Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Jill with At Home with Jill, and this is part 2 of a living room declutter that I'm working on. And I'm just showing you right here like a sped up clip from the last video. So if you missed part 1, make sure you go back because I decluttered all of these open shelves, and then I also took down all of our Christmas decorations and everything in the part 1 video, and I rearranged the living room. I rearranged how the couch is and everything like that. So definitely check out that video if you want extra motivation, and then come back and watch this one, or you can watch this one first and then that one. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, so this is just a super sped up little clip from that first video. But anyway, in this video, I am still continuing to organize our books and declutter our books and figure out which ones are going where. So I got rid of a lot. So that row down there at the bottom is what I've gotten rid of so far. And there, you guys, I still have another cupboard in our office area that is just stuffed full of books. So I have so much more to go through, but this was the last of the books from the living room. And there are just so many here that either we all read as a family and that we know we're not going to read again, or books that my daughter has already read and she's like, nah, these aren't any good, or books that my kids had to do for like school projects and they're done with that and they don't need them anymore. Like, there's just books we don't need. So and then also a long time ago, my friend gave me a lot of books, and so a lot of them are from her that I just know we're not going to read. Like, I just know it. I know my kids' like personalities and stuff, and I'm like, no one's going to read this. But then there was some books that I kept for like that I know my kids will read during high school. Oh yeah, this is still completely sealed in the package. So I'm bringing that to co-op to give to another mama. And I'm also bringing our big box of Boxcar Children. It's like a huge box set. I'm bringing that to our co-op too to see if anybody wants it. But so these books are all we're keeping these, and I put them in stacks of like who will read them. So like I made a set that I know my 3rd grader is going to read. And then I made a stack of ones my 3rd grader already read that Aubrey, my 1st grader, will read also, but she's not quite there yet. And then anyway, you get the point. I made also a stack of books that are like history type books that kind of go with our history lessons. And so I'm putting those in their own separate spot to stay in this area because this is like all of our homeschool stuff. But the other books that are just going to be read for fun, like when my kids are just reading at night before bed and stuff, those are all going in the office for now. And for now, they're all getting piled on the office desk, which is going to be fun to deal with later, but they don't fit in the cupboard they're going in right now. So I have to also declutter that cupboard in the office in order to organize our books. So that's why I have to get rid of a ton of stuff in all the cupboards in order to make everything have a home in this house. Like right now, we just have an overflow of stuff kind of stuffed in cupboards again. Like, it happens all the time. Like, I get the cupboards all organized, and then, we get more stuff for school or more books or whatever, and then stuff gets stuffed and it's time to declutter all over again. But now I am going ahead and decluttering this cupboard because this one has been like an avalanche. Like every time we open these doors, like an avalanche comes out. But right now it's all like stuffed safely to the left, balancing somehow. But there's so much in here that we can get rid of. And so I am going to pull it all out and figure that out. So that is what I'm doing here. I'm just literally taking everything out of here, and I am putting on a show that I can watch to keep me entertained while I do this. But there were so many stacks of like coloring books that nobody is using. Like my kids, when they sit down to like draw or something, like they don't want to color in coloring books. Like they just don't stay entertained with that for long. They love to draw. So there's a channel on here on YouTube. If you are a mom and you don't know about this channel, you need to know about this channel. And I'm sure you do because it is very popular. But it's called Art for Kids Hub. And I'll link it below if I remember. But it's just a dad and his kids. And they teach you how to draw. They teach you how to draw. And it is so cute. It is the cutest channel. And they teach you how to draw the cutest drawings. And I'm pretty sure he has like an older, like some of the drawings are for older kids too, and they're more realistic. I'm not sure, but he teaches kids how to draw like cartoon things, and it is just so fun. And so my kids love using Art for Kids Hub, and they learn how to draw. And my kids are just, some of them are just really good at drawing anyway. And so they prefer drawing and coloring their own drawings rather than sitting and coloring books. So I'm just getting rid of all of the coloring books. And then we had some like sticker books in here where it's kind of like paint by number, but it's sticker by number. So like there's a page, and it has a bunch of numbers on it, and you have to put the stickers with that number in that spot, and then by the end of it, the stickers all make a picture. And they love those for a little while, but they get tired of that too. And they've just been in here forever and no one's been doing them, so I'm just getting rid of them. Those are things that I'm able to get for free with our charter funds. And so, if they ever feel like doing a sticker book again down the road, which they probably won't ever ask to do one. But if they did, I could always order another one. And they are cheap, even if I didn't have the funds for it. But I just remembered too, I did not throw away the coloring books and sticker books. I put them in a bin that can be taken to our workshop, because there are times where my son, my husband, and the boys, they go and play this game in the workshop. It's called Warhammer. If you know, you know. If you don't worry about it. But they go and play Warhammer, and that is like an involved process. But sometimes the girls like to go with them, and so they just find something to do. And so I have a stash of crafts in there. So I ended up bringing like this bin of crayons, and those coloring books and sticker books are going there so that they can have something to do if they need to. So anyway, right now I'm picking out all of the good pencils, and I am tossing all of the markers that were in here because all of the markers are crap. Most of them's lids were off or whatever, like they're just old. I think a cat peed in that bin, so that was another reason I was just going to toss it. But it's going to the workshop, so I really don't care. And it doesn't smell like pee. It just, at one point, the crayons were wet and like they like leaked all over the like sides of the bin, or I think the markers leaked. I don't know. It seemed like a cat peed in it, but it didn't smell like cat pee, so it's very confusing. Maybe a kid poured water in there or spilt water in there and they never told me. I don't know. But it's weird, and I just want it out of my house. But yeah, so now I am moving on to the couches. So I am decluttering every storage space in the couch, and I'm making it more cohesive. So there was like random stuff mixed together in the ottomans and things like that. I made it so that this ottoman right here, the smaller one, at the end of this, it has all of our science lesson books and books. And then the bigger ottoman to the right, that has all of the kits that have the supplies we need for science experiments. So now both ottomans are for science, and there is nothing under the seats. I didn't want anything under the seats. I hate getting to the storage in these seats. It's a pain in the butt. Everything that's in the seat storage is covered in like dust and dirt and like sand or something, which I don't know how that happens, but it just does. But nothing gets in the ottoman storage. Like the ottoman storage stuff stays clean, but the seat storage stuff gets dirty. And so nothing is going in the seats. It's all in the ottomans. And so that's what I'm doing here. Okay, I'm going to play some music now because I sound like a man and my voice is really tired right now. So I need to play some music.
I'm looking up from my window. Sun's coming up like the day before. You're like a stone on my pillow. I don't make a sound when I shut the door. You don't have to wake up yet. We can spend all day in bed. I'll put the TV in the room. We'll have a Netflix marathon, Kenny G saxophone. We'll order in a bunch of food. I'll put your favorite music on, all the way baritone. Yeah. Shut the lights, go infrared. We can spend all day in bed. I get the wine and the corkscrew. You don't have to do one single thing. You don't know how much I want you. Just looking at you makes my whole world spin. You don't have to wake up yet. We can spend all day in bed. I'll put the TV in the room. We'll have a Netflix marathon, Kenny G saxophone. We'll order in a bunch of food. I'll put your favorite music on, all the way baritone. Shut the lights, go infrared. We can spend all day in bed. I'll put the TV in the room. We'll have a Netflix marathon, Kenny G saxophone. We'll order in a bunch of food. I'll put your favorite music on, all the way baritone. Shut the lights, go infrared. We can spend all day in bed.
Okay guys, so I just threw away a huge bag of trash. I totally forgot to, I almost went and put that stuff in my car, and then I was like, wait, I didn't even show them. So that is all the crayons and coloring books. I was gonna throw it all away, but then I was like, it's hard for me to throw it away. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring it up to our workshop, because there are times where Rich and the boys are playing a game in the workshop and the girls are just doing like crafts there. So I'm gonna put that with their craft stuff that's in the workshop. It's just crayons and coloring books and sticker books. So I think that's perfect. It'll get it out of my house still, but we don't have to waste it all. And then over here, is a reading program that we finished up that I no longer have younger kids to pass it down to. So I'm getting rid of that, and then I'm donating that blanket. It was just in our couch storage forever and I don't need it. And then all of that is books. So that Walmart box right there is filled with books that I'm donating. And then the two box sets right here, I'm bringing those to my co-op, so one of my homeschool friends can take them home. And then there's a stack of books that go to our charter. The ukulele goes to our charter, and then there's a set of headphones with a charger that I'm donating because I bought all my kids corded headphones. I just didn't want them using the Bluetooth anymore. So anyway, all of that stuff is going, and that is going to the workshop. Okay, so this video is a little shorter than my normal videos, but I totally planned on stripping the couches and washing the couch covers in this video, and I was also going to rearrange the dining room and get that all cleaned up, but I just ran out of time because we ended up doing a family project outside this day, and I'm also filming that, so that will be its own video when that's done. But I just ran out of time for this video today, so this is all I have for you, but stay tuned for more decluttering coming up. So make sure you're subscribed for that.